Welcome back. We are discussing about mean, median, mode, its theoretical aspects, concepts, and application level problems. Let us continue with the theoretical aspects that comes under the area of central tendency. How to choose an appropriate average. Previously, we discussed about the various properties that are held by a good average. So let's discuss how to choose an appropriate average, because we have different methods or tools for measuring the averages. So you need to have an idea about how to select the best method for finding out the average. Even though arithmetic mean is generally a good average, but it is not to be used when the distribution is highly skewed. Skewed means asymmetric or uneven. Likewise, we will discuss about skewness in the future sessions. And arithmetic mean is subjected to highly skewed property. Highly skewed means highly uneven property. Usually averages like mean, median, mode can be computed on any cases or any category of information. Such informations or details may be distributed uniformly or not uniformly. And regarding what is meant by uniformity and non-uniformity, we have dealt with number of cases where you will be given x values, f values likewise, and you used various methods for finding mean, median, mode. And the concept is, if the details given to you are equal in the sense means if the distribution is even. In statistics we use the term even means the distribution or the variation between each values in the x variable are equal. It may be equal or not equal. Usually if it is equal, the value of mean, median and mode will always be equal. But for some situations the distribution may not be equal. In such situation we term that case as skewness. Skewness means uneven, unequal, asymmetric likewise. So highly skewed means it is highly uneven. So whenever a highly uneven situation comes, arithmetic mean cannot be used in a situation where distribution or skewness is highly uneven. Next one, distribution has open end class. Open end class means like more than certain value or less than certain value. We have discussed such questions like that. For such situation, even though arithmetic mean can be used for finding the average, but it is not the best method for finding the average. Next one, average required is for rates, ratios and percentage. Even though arithmetic mean is considered to be the best method, it cannot be considered or it cannot be always relied for finding out rate, ratios and percentage. When the data are not capable for measurement, or when the distribution is of open and end class, as we have discussed in the second point, see, open and end class. Whenever open and end classes come, it is better to follow median rather than mean or mode. So mean, median, mode, each of the method has its own merits and it can be used accordingly. One method may be good for a certain type of computation, another method may be suitable for another method of computation. And mode is very often ill defined. It can be used in the problems involving the expressions or preferences. We will discuss in detail regarding that. Next one, mathematical properties of arithmetic mean. First one, algebraic sum of the deviations of a set of values from their mean is 0. For example, mean of the values is given is, if you find the mean of these set of numbers, you can get as 11. Some of the deviations from the mean are, let us find how to find some of the deviations from the mean. Some of the deviation from mean means you have to take each individual item and find the difference from that particular item with the mean value. Here the mean value is 4 and each individual item is 4 to 7. So if you take the deviation, this is known as deviation. If you take any variable from the x and if you take the difference from its mean value, you will get deviation. Deviation is otherwise known as d. If you remember that in the beginning we have learned about d, dx likewise. So if you take the deviation from each of the value, you will get 0. So this is one of the main property of an arithmetic mean. If you take the mean of a certain number of value and if you take the deviations from each of the value with its mean, you will get a value 0 if you are taking the sum of the each of the deviations. It is one of the property of arithmetic mean. Next one, if mean 1 and mean 2 are means of two samples. Two samples means you may be given marks of first degree students and another group marks of second degree students likewise. So mean and mean 2 are the means of two samples of size n1 and n2. n1 and n2 means n means number of items of first group and n2 means number of items of second group. So the mean of first group is mean 1 and mean of second group is mean 2. That is the meaning of this part until here. Then the mean of the two samples together is, sometimes you may need to find the mean of two groups. In that case, how we are going to find? So the combined mean of the two groups can be found out by using the equation mean 1 and 2 equal n1 mean 1, that means n1 into mean 1 plus n2 into mean 2 divided by n1 plus n2. So whenever you are asked to find the combined mean, usually in that case the mean of two groups may be given and you may be asked to find the combined mean. In that situation you need to find or solve this case by using this equation mean 1 2 equal to n1 into mean 1 plus n2 mean 2 divided by n1 plus n2. Let us try some of the example with the same equation. The marks obtained by 5 boys in a class and 4 is 40. So the average marks of 50 boys is 40 and the mean marks of 30 girls of the same class is 46. So the average marks of 30 girls in a class is 46. Find the mean of the marks of all the students taken together. This is a case of a combined mean situation. In this case, we need to find the combined mean or the combined average of a particular details. Here it is the details given regarding the marks of a class. So how you are going to find? First you need to identify what is n1, what is mean 1, likewise n2, mean 2 and all. N represents the number of items of the first group. N2 represents number of items of the second group. And likewise mean 1 and mean 2 means mean of first group and mean of second group. So it can be written as n1 50. N1 means, let us begin with boys, because in the question it is in the first it is given regarding the details of boys. So let it n1 be boys and n2 be girls and mean 1 means marks obtained by 50 boys in a class is 40 and mean marks of 30 girls of the same class is 46. So here the mean marks obtained by 50 boys in a class is 40. So the average marks obtained by 50 boys is 40. So the mean of the first group represented by mean 1 is 40 and mean 2 is 46. So we have extracted all the information required for substituting in the equation. Just substitute the details in the equation. So you will get like this: n1 50 into mean 1 40 plus n2 30 into mean 2 46 divided by n1 plus n2 n2. By solving that you will get 42.25. So the combined mean or the combined average of that particular class regarding the marks of boys as well as girls is 42.25. So this is how you need to find the combined mean whenever you are asked to find the combined mean of two different groups. So remember the equation. Let us try another method. The mean weight of 150 students in a certain class is 60. The mean weight of boys in the class is 70 kg and that of the girls is 55 kg. Find the number of boys and girls in the class. And we know how to solve a case using equation, and every equation has its purpose, and within the equation we need to find, sometimes we need to find some variables that usually will be given in details. For example, we know this equation is for finding the total average mean or total mean or combined mean of a particular details. In this question already this information is given, but you are asked to find number of items, number of boys as well as girls in this class. So sometimes you have to use the equations in another way to find the details which is specified in the question. So first of all, let us note down the details given in the question. The combined mean in the class regarding the mean weight of 150 students in certain class is 60. So let mean 1, mean 2 be 60. And regarding find the number of boys and girls in the class, we don't know regarding that details. So let n1 and n2 be question mark. And the mean weight of boys in a class is 70. So let mean 1 be 70 and the girls in the class is 55. So let it be 55. By substituting the details, before substituting you need to make an assumption that the total number of students is 150, and we are asked to find there are two groups with that 150, that is boys as well as girls. We don't know the details of boys as well as girls. So let n1 means boys be x. You can use any variable or any method you like. For the time being I am using like this. Let n1 be x and n2 be 150 minus x, because total number is 150 and we assume that let the boys be x, so the girls can be found out by using 150 minus x. So because n1 plus n2 is 150, as the details given in the question, if you go through it you can see that there are total number of students in the class is 150. So we assume that n1 is x and n2 is 150 minus x. Remember, 150 minus x has to be given. So by substituting the details in the equation, you will get a formation like this. Combined mean 60 equal to n1 into mean 1. n1 we don't know because we assume let it be x, and mean 1 is 70. So 70 into x, it will be 70x plus mean 2, n1 n2 mean 2. Here n2 we don't know because we assume that let it be 150 minus x, and mean 2 is 55. So it will be written as 55 into 150 minus x divided by n1 plus n2. It is already given, there are total number of students 150. So n1 plus n2, instead of that we can write 150. By using the basic mathematical steps for solving the identifying the unknown variable, here in this case is x, you get a formation like this, and by solving that you will get the answer. Number of boys is 50 and girls is 100. I am not going to detailed explanation regarding this part because we have discussed in numerous cases regarding how to find the value of x in different methods. So I am not going to discuss in detail regarding these steps. These are some of the common mathematical steps for finding or solving an unknown variable. So here by solving this you will get the value of x, that is 50, and regarding total number of students is 150. If the x we assume that let the boys be 50. So if the boys is 50 and total number is 150, naturally girls will be 100. So this is how you have to use a combined mean situation. Next one. In a class there are 30 boys and 20 girls. The average marks are respectively 50 and 60. Calculate the average marks of the class. You are asked to find combined mean. I hope you know how to find the answer of this question. Answer is this one, 54. Try to find whether you are getting the answer as 54. Next one, the mean wage of 100 workers in a factory running two shifts of 60 and 40 workers respectively is 38, and mean wage of 60 workers working in the morning shift is 40. Find the mean wage of workers working in the evening shift. You may sometimes find this question confusing, but if you go through the question very wisely you will understand the concept. The mean wage of 100 workers working in a factory running two shifts is 38. So the combined average is given, and 38 is the combined average. The mean wage of 60 workers working in the morning shift is 40. And we know what is the number of workers in the morning as well as evening. We have to find the mean wage of workers working in the evening shift. It is quite easy to find. The answer is given. Try to find whether you are getting this answer or not. Next one, average monthly production of a certain factory of the first 9 months is 2584, and for the remaining 3 months is 2416. Calculate the average monthly production for the year. This is also another tricky question. Here the average monthly production of a certain factory of first 9 months. So average or mean of first 9 months is given, and the remaining the average of next 3 months is given. So the details regarding two group of items is given. You are asked to find the total combined mean. So it's very easy to find. The answer is given. Try to find whether you are getting the same answer or not. Next one. The mean marks in the statistics of 100 students in a class was 72. The mean marks of boys was 75 while their number was 70. Find out the mean marks of the girls. Easy one. Answer is given. Try to find that. The arithmetic mean of 10 items is 50. If 2 is subtracted from all the items, find the new mean. Okay, this one is not a part of the question which we have discussed. It is very easy one. Just remember, whenever a mean of a certain details is given, here the mean of 10 items is 50. If 2 is subtracted from all the items, find the new mean. It is very easy. Here the mean is 50. If 2 is subtracted from each of the items, so the answer will be 48. It's very simple. Just deduct 2 from mean. Then you will get the answer. That is a step. There is no other further steps regarding that. Let's try a similar pattern with another adjustment. The arithmetic mean of 20 items is 25. If 2 is multiplied to all the items, find the new mean. Remember, in the previous question, the mean of a certain group is given, like 50, and if you are asked to reduce 2 from each of all items, so what will be the new mean? So it's very simple. Since you are asked to subtract 2 from each case, just subtract 2 from the mean. So 50 minus 2, 48. So if it is like that, then how we are going to deal with this one? Here the mean of a certain group 25 is given. If 2 is multiplied to all the items, then what will be the new mean? Very easy. 25 into 2, 50. There is no any further steps regarding that. Just remember this type of question, the method for doing or dealing with this type of question. So let us discuss the next area. Compare mean, median and mode. Mean is a mathematical average while median and mode are positional average, as we have discussed regarding that part previously in detail. Next one, mean is based on all observations while median is the middle item and mode is commonly found item. I hope you know all this sentence because we have discussed in detail regarding these three situations previously. Next one, mean is capable for further mathematical treatment while median and mode are not capable of more mathematical treatment. We have discussed that part during the merits and demerits discussion of each of the individual items. Median and mode are values found in the series while mean is not necessarily be such a value, and we have discussed the same point previously. Next one, median and mode can be graphically located but mean cannot be generally be located graphically. Since we are not going into the preparation of graph part, you just remember the point. Median and mode can be obtained by mere inspection while mean can be obtained by calculation. Since median and mode has its peculiar method of identifying the value through a mere glance, we can easily identify the average by mere inspection. But it will not work like that in case of a mean, because you need to try out the equation which we have learned previously. Then only you can find even the easiest method of a mean. Mean is affected by extreme items, while median and mode are not affected by such extreme items. We have discussed that part previously. And finally, mode is ill-defined in some cases, but median and mean are well-defined in all the cases. We have learned that ill-defined situation in case of mode, and there is a particular equation regarding that, because and for finding that value, whenever the mode is ill-defined, we are using an equation, and in that equation you will be using mean as well as median. So these are the major points that identifies each individual items separately. Just go through it. Next one, relationship between mean, median and mode. In the case of a symmetric distribution, I have mentioned the term symmetric. Symmetric means equally distributed likewise. In such situations, we use the term symmetric. Symmetric means equal. In case of a symmetric distribution means the detail regarding, we have discussed different types of cases like mark of students in a class, age of members in a family, likewise. So what is meant by symmetric? Symmetric means there is an equal distribution between each items within the series. For example, the marks of 10 students is given. Equal distribution means 10, 20, 30, 40. If you go through it, you can see that there is an equal difference between each individual item. So that is why symmetric distribution or equal distribution. So whenever you are dealing with a symmetric distribution question, and if you use any of the three methods, mean, median or mode, if you go through it, you can see that you will get a same answer for all these three methods. That is the first relationship between mean, median and mode. In the case of a symmetric distribution, mean will be equal to median and equal to mode. In the case of moderately asymmetrical distribution, mean, median and mode will have different values. That is natural. So in that case, the equation for finding mode is 3 median minus 2 mean. If you remember this equation, it's okay, fine. Next one, let us try some of the application level cases or the ways of relationship between mean, median and mode. In a moderately asymmetrical distribution, the mode and the mean are 32.1 and 35.4. Calculate median. So it is very easy to find the median, because we know that whenever you come across this type of question, remember you need to use this equation. See, here mode is given, mean is given, calculate median. So the only equation for finding out such an answer is this one. So just remember that you need to use this equation to find a solution for this type of question. So it's very easy, just substitute the values directly in the equation. Mode equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. Here mode is given, mean is given, you are asked to find median. So it's very easy. I'm not going further into the case. The answer is 34.3. Just go through it. It's basic maths. You will understand the concept. The answer is 34.3. Next one. In a frequency distribution, another case is given. Mean is given, median is given, find mode. Whenever a question like this comes, just try to use this equation. Substitute directly in the equation, you will get the answer. Here the answer of mode is 21. Try to find whether you are getting 21 or not. Next one, frequency distribution, another question is given, median is given, mode is given, find mean. It's very easy. In the question you may be asked to find each item interchangeably. Answer is given, try to find the answer whether you are getting the same answer or not. Next one, calculate median. If mode and mean is given, answer is also given, try to find the answer whether you are getting the same answer or not. That's the meaning. Next one, calculate mode when mean is 146 and median is 130. Same case, just substitute it and you will get the answer. Just make sure whether you are getting the same answer or not. Another question, again the same case, calculate mean, mode is given, median is given, substitute it, you will get the answer. I hope you understand all these concepts. Let us go through the new part, geometric mean. It is one of the important tools that comes under the measures of central tendency. If there are n values in a series, then their geometric mean is defined as the nth root of the product of those n values. And naturally, geometric mean is a mathematical average. It is almost similar to the arithmetic mean concept. The difference regarding geometric mean and arithmetic mean is geometric mean gives importance to smaller values rather than arithmetic mean. So naturally the answer of the values under geometric mean will be smaller than the values which you have been dealing in case of an arithmetic mean. In geometric mean, the method give more importance or larger weight to smaller items. That is the concept of geometric mean. And let us discuss the equation for finding the geometric mean. It also has three different situations: individual series, discrete series, as well as continuous series, as we have discussed previously. Equation for finding geometric mean is anti-log into sigma log x divided by n. I hope you know how to find anti-log and sigma. Sigma means total, log x by n. Remember, for computing geometric mean, you need to have an idea regarding how to find the log as well as anti-log. The computation may be very easy, but you need to use the log table to do the computation part. So anti-log, we all know what is meant by anti-log. Log x means log of x, and n means number of items. Calculate geometric mean of the following. A question is given, see, number of values is given, certain number of details, and you need to find the geometric mean. So if you go through the question, you can see that first of all you need to find total or sigma log x. So you need to find the log of each individual item. Here the details regarding x is given, so you need to find the log of each value. So it can be written as, see, first of all we have written down all the values of x in table in given, and you need to find the log of each individual value. Since we have discussed in detail regarding how to find log x as well as how to find anti-log of certain value, we are not going into the computation part. We are going directly to the values which have been taken from the logarithm table. So the log of each individual values is, for 57.5, 1.7597. Likewise, the log of each individual values is found. The question it is that anti-log of sigma log x. Sigma means total of anything. Sigma log x means total of log x. So we have already found log x. So you need to find the total of log x. You will get 9.2101. So we have found the numerator of this part, that is total of log x. We have already found. N means number of items. So let's substitute the details in the equation. Geometric mean is anti-log of 9.2101 divided by 5, and by solving the numbers within the bracket you will get anti-log of 1.84202. See, it's very easy. We have almost completed the computation by trying out two steps, but remember you need to use the log table to find out the value of geometric mean. Now from this point you need to find anti-log. You need to find the anti-log of this value. So by anti-log, by using the log table, you will get 69.51. So this is how you need to find geometric mean. It is very easy. It is one of the easiest method for computing the average within the measures of central tendency. The thing is that you need to use anti-log table to find out the value of log as well as anti-log. So this is one case. Let us discuss another one. B. Frequency distribution. If a question in case regarding frequency distribution case, in simple terms it means discrete series. Sometimes in the books they might use frequency distribution series or frequency distribution cases instead of using the term discrete series. So for discrete and continuous series frequency distribution, remember in case of a discrete as well as continuous series, we know the drill. What is the meaning of discrete as well as continuous? In discrete and continuous also there will be F, and for finding out discrete there is no much situations or computation needed, but for finding out continuous series class will be given, but you need to find the mid x, then F will be given. So the only thing is that the difference regarding the equation is anti-log into total of F into log x divided by n. I hope you know what is the meaning of F into log x, because in discrete and continuous series F will be given. So you just need to multiply F with log x, then you need to take the total of that product. And remember here the denominator is capital N. N means the total of frequency. The same equation is used in case of the continuous series also. So let us discuss another case. A size and F is given. So let's substitute these details in the equation. X is already given, F is also given. So next you need to find the log x, because in the equation it is F into log x. So log x you need to find by using the log table. You will get the log of x. X means 5, 8, 10, 12 you will get, and F into log x means F each individual item of F into each individual item of log x. You will get F log x. And finally you need to find the total of this one, that is total of F into log x as well as total of F, because you need to use the total of F in the case of n. So by taking the total you will get the concerned values. Just substitute these values in the equations. So you will get this value here, a value basic max is used. So by taking the anti-log of certain value you will get the answer. The similar situation can be used in case of a class series. See, remember sometimes in the question, to save the printing or the paper size, in the question they may divide a question, means regarding here the class, into two parts. See, if you go through 100, 104, 5, 9, 10, 14, 15, 19, after that 20, 24. Sometimes they may give question like this. So read the question very carefully, because the reason is that sometimes in the university exams they may give details of two different classes in the same question, and that question will also be like this. The class of first group will be given in the left hand side, and the class of second group will be given in the right hand side. So don't get confused, just go through the question, make sure whether there is continuity in the class. If there is continuity in the class, that means the two details related to the one group. If there is no continuity regarding the details given in the question, it means the details given are relating to the two different groups. And in case of two different groups, you need to find the answer for the two different groups. You will get two different answers. Just discussing that part only, not a concern for this question. Here if you go through, you can see that it is continuous, so it related to one group only. See, here weight and parts is given. Let us substitute the same details in the table. Class is written, and remember the number of parts means F. Before we go into number of parts, if you can go for the mid value, and I hope you know how to find the mid value of a certain class. So once you found the mid value, write down the various values that comes under F, and next you need to find the log of x. Log of x means log of mid value. Here in this continuous case, you need to find the log of mid values. So you need to find the log of each mid value, you will get the values given in the question like this. And finally f into log x, f, here the number of parts f and log x is given, just multiply these two columns, you will get f into log x. And finally you need to take the total of two different columns, that is total of f, because in the equation we are using capital N, and here it is f into log x total. So substitute the same in the equation, in this equation you will get the answer 123.2. I'm not going further into the details regarding the computation, because we have discussed regarding how to find the log, anti-log previously, and we have discussed how to substitute the same details in the equation. So I am not going to repeat the same point again and again, because it will be very boring. So here the answer is 123.2. So this is how you have to deal with questions relating to geometric mean. It's very easy, computation also very easy. You can find the answer within few steps, but the thing is that you must have a clear idea regarding how to find log as well as how to find anti-log. So let us discuss about the theoretical aspects of geometric mean, merits of geometric mean. Geometric mean is based on all observations, because we have taken the log of each individual item. It is rigidly defined because it is well versed with arithmetic computation. It is useful in averaging ratios and percentage, because in the first question we have discussed a case where 82.5, 57.5 likewise. So it is very useful for finding such quantitative data. Next one, it is not affected very much by extreme values, because we are not directly doing the computation on the details given in the question. We are computing, or we are doing the computation on the log of the each individual value. Since we are depending upon the log values, the extreme values are not affected during the computation. It is capable of algebraic treatment, because we are using log as well as anti-log. Since we are using, or we are computing based on log and anti-log, we can do further algebraic treatment on such computations, because log and anti-log can be subjected to further algebraic treatments. Next one, some of the demerits of geometric mean. It is difficult to understand, because the concept is simple, because since we have learned log and anti-log, it is very easy. But for a common man who haven't heard about log and anti-log, they will never ever find the answer of a geometric mean question. So it is very difficult to understand. Also you need to have a log table with you in order to find the answer. It cannot be computed when there are both positive as well as negative values, when one or more values is 0. Yes, it is right, because we are doing the computation primarily on the basis of log values of each individual values of x. If it is a positive or negative, it is very difficult to find its log value as well as a 0 value. If contents are the same, then the mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean will have a property that mean will be greater than geometric mean and geometric mean will be greater than harmonic mean. It is just a note. Remember, in the question it is very scarce that they might ask regarding trying to finding relationship between mean, geometric mean and harmonic mean in a single question. Even though it is very scarce, but you need to have an idea about the concept. Mean is always greater than geometric mean, and geometric mean will be always greater than harmonic mean. We will discuss about the harmonic mean in the next session. So that's all for today. We will discuss about the further cases in the next session. Thank you.